So this is a PHP code or HTML code. It's a PHP code. So when we have HTML and PHP, the file must be PHP. So this is a PHP code. So we embed the PHP code into HTML code. Okay. Second question: what's the meaning of echo? Yes, echo is used to make output, to display, to print. Yes, good. And in PHP we can make output or print using echo or print. So what's the difference between echo and print? So not single line, but print has single argument, not single line. So we can create print, after that a long sentence, and we can have so one argument for print, but for echo we can find many arguments. Good. Also, print has a return 1, but echo does not has not a return. Echo has not a return. Print has a return. And echo is faster than print. Okay. Third questions. So what's this? A form, yes, and a form is used to. Why we use a form in HTML document or in web development? Why we use? Yes, so we use a form to get input from user, and after that to send this informations to the server. Okay, so the form allow us to send a request, an HTTP request to the server, and in this request we will add many arguments and many informations. So after that the code process this request, get the informations, and after that prepare a response. So sorry Faisal, to parse the viral. I don't understand. Okay, so in a form, what are the important things here for us as a developer? Yes, method and action. Yes. So the method get or post. After that we will use the global variable $get or $post, and action give us an idea about the file in the server. So we will send, or the form send a request to this file in the server. So if action equal register.php, that That means, yes, the action, if action equal register.php, that means the request will be sent to register.php. If there is another action, so the request will be forwarded to this action. Also, there are also other important things in the form. What are this important information? So method, action, and also the name of the compounds of this form. For example, in our example, name equal email, name equal first name, name equal last name, name equal password, name equal register. All these names are important because we will use this name in the register.php to get the informations. It's clear for you? Any questions? Okay, let's move now to the mistakes, the common mistakes. When we write a web application with PHP, we can make some mistakes. This is an example of a mistake. So when we write PHP include model dot and dot PHP, so and sorry, I have this technical problem. Do you hear me? Okay. So here, dot. How we use dot in PHP? So dot is used to make what? I repeat my question. So here there is an instruction in PHP, include $model, after that dot, after that another string dot PHP. So dot, what's the meaning of this dot? Dot. Yes, here we use direct without get, yes. Not to separate, to concatenate, good. So we use dot to concatenate the value of the variable model and the string.php. So here in this example there is a problem. The problem is in php.ini register globals is equal on, and when register globals is equal on, we can write a $get model or directory $model. And if an attacker write the value of this model to another file, we can he can create a problem. He can, for example, remove all files accessible by the web server. So the solution for this for this problem is to write this code like this. So we will write PHP if file exists $model.php include $model.php. So we solve this problem by checking whether the file exists on the local machine before including it as in the following code. So before including a file in our code, as a developer, we must check if this file exists or not. Okay? It's clear for you? Any questions? Okay. Also, common mistakes. No, not we put include. So before writing include model.php, the solution is to check if this file exists in the local machine or not. So the solution is to check whether the file exists on the local machine. So to check whether the file exists in the local machine, we use if file exists. So file exists is a predefined method in PHP, and the role of this method is to check if the file exists on the local machine. This is the solution. Any questions? Okay, let's move now. So there is other common mistakes like cross-site scripting, SQL injection, etc. So to make a script safe, we can use input validation. For example, everything other than an integer value is converted to 0. So this is a manner to check the value of a variable. Also, we can use HMAC verification. Is a technique to make script safe. We can also use filters. So in PHP, the filter, the input filter. So this is a predefined function in PHP, filter input. So filter input is a function that gets an external variable from input and optionally filter it. So this function is used to validate variable from insecure sources such as user input. For example, check if the external variable email is sent to the PHP page through the get method, and also check if it is a valid email address. So to make all this, we just use the predefined function in PHP, filter input. So we write if not filter input, input get, comma, email is our variable. This is the name of our variable, email. Filter validate email. So in our example, filter input, check if email is sent to the PHP page through the get method. Also check if the email is valid or not. So if not filter input, we will echo email is not valid, else we will echo email is valid. So keep in the mind that the function or the predefined function filter input is a predefined function provided by PHP to make script safe. And the role of this function is to validate variable from insecure sources. To validate variable from insecure sources. Any questions? Good. Okay, let's move now to cookies and sessions in PHP. And let's start with cookies. So the question is, what is a cookie? Cookie is often used to identify a user, and a cookie is a small file that the server embeds on the user's computer. So keep in the mind that a cookie is on the user's computer, not on the server. Okay? And it is a small file. Filter validate. Here. Okay. So here, filter validate email, that means we want also to check if this email is valid. Valid, that means contains arrobas, contains dot, etc. So the form of the email is valid. But if we don't write filter validate email, so in this case, filter input just check if the email is sent through a get method, not manually. So I repeat, for this example, we filter input has double role. The first one, it checks here. No. So filter validate email, it's a constant, predefined. And the filter input, just a moment please. So for this value, filter validate, we have many possible values. So in our case, we want to check if this email is valid or not. But if we want to just validate the filter, we can write, for example, just a moment, I will check the value. Filter default, yes. We can write filter default. So here we can write filter default. We just type in Google W3C and after that filter input, and here you will get all the documentation about filter input. And for the third argument, we can write filter default. So filter default, that means we just want to check if this email is sent to PHP page through the get method. But if we want to check also if this email is valid or not, we will use filter validate email. It's clear for you, Ahmed? Okay. So a cookie is often used to identify a user, and it is a small file that the server embeds on the user computer. So each time the same computer requests a page with a browser, it will send the cookie to. So this cookie, so keep in mind that a cookie is a small text embedded on the user's computer, and when this computer requests a page with a browser, it will send the cookie to. So with PHP we can both create and retrieve cookie values. So to create a cookie with PHP, we just use the predefined function setCookie. And this predefined function contains many arguments like name, value, expire, path, domain, secure, HTTP only, etc. But only the name parameter is required. All other parameters are optional. So it's clear for you what's the meaning of a cookie? Okay. Let's move now to the coding, how we can create cookie. So the following example, create a cookie named user with the value John Doe. So the cookie, our cookie name is user, and the cookie value is John Doe. To create the cookie, we will use the instruction in blue. SetCookie is a predefined function, a PHP predefined function to create this cookie. After that cookie name, we can write the string user, comma, cookie value, we can write John Doe, comma, time plus 86,400 multiplied by 13. So 86,400 is 1 day. Multiplied by 13, that means 30 days. Okay? So this is time is the current time here. Current time. So that means the cookie expires after 30 days. And this slash means that the cookie is available in until website. Otherwise, select the directory you prefer. It's clear for you how we can create a cookie with PHP. So to create cookie with PHP, we just use setCookie. After that, the first argument is the cookie name. The second one is a cookie value. The third one is the time of this cookie. So when we write time plus constant, that means this cookie expire after this constant. It's clear just how we can create cookie. After that, this cookie will be used, Ahmed. So to use this cookie, we just test if it's set cookie of cookie name. So we can write if not is set cookie. So this is a global variable like $get, $post. So $cookie to get a cookie. What's cookie? We must specify the name of this cookie. So in our case, cookie name equal user. Okay. So if not is set $cookie of cookie name, that means this cookie is not set. So in this case, we will write cookie name is not set. Here the dot is used to make concatenation. Dot. Like a plus in Java. Else echo cookie, and after that cookie name, and the value will be cookie of cookie name. So cookie of cookie name like this give us the value of the cookie named cookie name. For example, in our example, $cookie of user return John Doe. $cookie of user return John Doe. It's clear how we can create a cookie and how we can get the value of this cookie. Any questions about cookies? So if we want to modify a cookie, so to modify a cookie, just set again the cookie using set cookie. So here to update the cookie, just we use set cookie. So we will write cookie name equal user, cookie value equal Alex Porter, and after that set cookie name, comma, cookie value, comma, time plus constant, comma, and slash. So in this case, we will modify the value of our cookie from John Doe to Alex Porter. It's clear for you how we can modify a cookie with a PHP? Yes. So this cookie will be saved in the user PC, and when this PC sends a request to the server, all the cookies will be sent also with this request, and after that the PHP code can get the value of this cookie and perform some operations. Other questions about cookie? So if we want to remove a cookie, how we can remove it? Have you an idea? So to set cookie, we write set cookie, after that cookie name, cookie value, etc. To modify a cookie, we use also set cookie, and we will modify the value of this cookie. And if we want to remove a cookie, have you an idea how we can remove this cookie? No, I mean with a PHP code. So with a PHP code, we also use set cookie to delete a cookie. So to delete a cookie, use the setCookie function with an expiration date. So we will use an expiration date in the past. For example, if we write setCookie user anything time minus 3600, that means setCookie in the date to 1 hour ago, and for this reason this cookie will be deleted. So to create a cookie, to modify a cookie, and to delete a cookie, we use setCookie. setCookie is used to perform all the operations on the cookie. So to create a cookie, we specify the name, the value, the time, etc. To modify the cookie, we specify the name, the new value, and to delete the cookie, we specify the name of this cookie, and we must prepare a time minus value. So the time will be in the past. It's clear? Any questions? Okay. So if we want to remove a cookie, we use also setCookie. But here we use setCookie. After that, the name of the cookie to remove. In our example, the name is user. The value, we can specify any value. It is not important. But the important thing here is the time in the past. So time gives us the current time minus 3600. That means we want to set the expiration in this time minus 1 hour. And for this reason, the cookie will be deleted, because the time of 1 hour in seconds, yes, because the time must be in seconds. So for this reason, the cookie will be deleted. So we can write time minus 10, time minus 20, time minus 100. It is not important. The value is not important. The time must be in the past. And if the time is in the past, automatically the cookie will be deleted, because the expiration date is in the past. Yes, we can use double quote and we can use simple quote. The difference is when we want to use the variable in the string without dot, without concatenation, we use double quote. If you want in face-to-face class, I will prepare you 2 examples to make to display the difference between double quote and simple quote. Welcome. So this is an example. Use cookie with the predefined function setCookie. Let's move now to sessions. Yes. What is a PHP session? So when you work with an application, you open it, do some change, and then you close it. This is much like a session. So the computer knows who you are. It knows when you start the application and when you end it. But on the internet, there is one problem. Why? Because the web server does not know who you are and what you do, because the HTTP address does not maintain state. So HTTP is stateless. Stateless, that means the server does not remember anything about the client, and when the web browser sends an HTTP request to the server processes this request, prepare a response, send the response to the client, and after that close the connection. So for this reason, session variables solve this problem by storing user information to be used across multiple pages. For example, username, favorite color, etc. So by default, session variables last until the user closes the browser. So session variables hold information about one single user and are available to all pages in one application. So it is clear for you a session variable. Okay. So let's move to coding, how we can create a session. Yes, it is similar to cookie. So cookie is a small text in the computer, but for session, the information are saved in the server, not in the client. And the session is an information that can be used by any page in the application. So in web application we have many pages, and this page can use the same session variable. So with this manner we can share information between this variable for one session. Yes, in the server side. Yes. If we want, I want to continue with coding. After that, if you want, I can explain you with another manner what's the meaning of a session. So a session is start with a session start function. So in PHP code, session start the session. Okay, and session variable are set with the PHP global variable $session. So $session fav color equal green, for example. $session fav animal equal cat. What's the meaning of $session fav color equal green? That means we will create a variable named fav color, and the value of this variable equal green. So this variable can be used by all the PHP pages of our web application. Okay, in the session. So if we want to get PHP session values, we use session start, and after that we write echo session favorite color is $session fav color. Favorite animal is $session fav animal. the default values. Here for this example, that means we will create not default values. We will create a variable named favColor. After that, the value is green. That means for this session, the favColor is green. So we can modify this value in other web page by $session favColor equal red, not default values. So favColor is a variable, and this variable will be shared by all the web page, by all the PHP files in a web page, in a web application, and each one want to get the value of favColor. We just write in the code of this file $session of favColor. For example, this is a PHP code, and we want to modify the favColor of our session. So we write $session favColor equal yellow. So in this case, we change the value of session variable to yellow, from green to yellow. If we want to destroy a PHP session, to remove all session variables without removing or destroying the session, we write session $_ and set. And if we want to destroy all the session, we write session destroy. So what's the difference between session unset and session destroy? Session unset remove all session variables, but the session is here. Destroy will remove all the variable and also the session, all the session with all the variables. This is the difference between session unset and session destroy. Okay, thank you for any question about sessions? Yes, I will prepare you some examples if you want. Yes. Unset remove, yes. You are welcome. Just I want to save the attendance. Just a moment, please. I want to save attendance. Computer.